Praise to Allah. This is about if you are in LA, how to move on the day-to-day basis. I am the prophet of the trenches. So, which means I know how to move in the trenches. So, figure out, help people that may not know how to move or that are moving incorrect. Especially a lot of people that are from out of town and who are just moving there. And when I say LA, I'm talking about the inner city, the trenches, not where, not Calabasas or Sherman Oaks or Woodland Hills. Even though stuff can go down at any of them cities, but I'm talking about LA, all down Crenshaw, Figueroa, Vermont. You know what I'm saying? Avalon, I'm talking about all them streets like that. You in them kind of areas, how you should be moving. And this for the people that really, might be from out of town, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you should know the basics, like what not to wear, what hats not to wear. Of course, you should know that. But besides that, you should know how to move in certain areas. So what some people need to understand is they need to know how to move and being alert and paying attention to your surroundings. Like, even if you're a non-affiliate, even if you're not gangbanging, you still need to pay attention and watch how you move if you're trying to stay alive and make it home to your family or whatever. Because that's the ultimate goal, is staying alive. It's not to get killed premature. And a lot of people get killed from situations that they could have avoided if they would have just paid attention. So, a lot of things you need to pay attention to. Like, wanting to hang outside for no reason. Like, you should never just be hanging outside of anywhere for no reason, especially not too long. Like, if you're not handling business, you shouldn't be just lollygagging, hanging outside. You should do what you need to do and keep it moving. You shouldn't be just posted outside for too long. Anything can happen. So, it's cool to hang outside every now and then, but to just be hanging outside, just to be hanging outside every day, all day, that's not smart. And then also who you hang around. You gotta realize who you hanging around and what they into. Because you hanging around them will have an effect on you. Because now you're going to be involved in the situations that they're involved in, whether you want to or not. So if you know who you're hanging around, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared to come with whatever comes with hanging around them, good or bad. Another thing is, where are you going? Like, a lot of people just up and go somewhere without even thinking of a plan and seeing where they going, who gonna be there, what's the environment gonna be like. They just up and go somewhere. So never just up and go somewhere without thinking it all the way through. You need to be thinking it all the way through before you leave the house. If you are planning on going somewhere, you need to think about all those factors. Who all gonna be there? Where you going? How long you gonna be there? You know, what the parking lot gonna be like. You know, all that needs to be accounted for before you even leave the house. You know, when you pull up to somewhere, never just jump right out the car. You know, when you pull up to somewhere, first you need to make sure that you're not being followed, because you never know who could be following you for whatever reason. So when you pull up to somewhere, make sure you're not being followed to that spot first. Once you realize you're not being followed, you need to peep the whole parking lot. You need to scan the whole parking lot before you even get out. You need to see all the cars up in there that you can see while you park. You know, I wouldn't even turn the engine off yet. At this point, I would keep the engine on. You know, but as you pull up into the parking lot, you know what I'm saying, you need to be scanning the parking lot, looking at everything, making sure you're not being followed, seeing all the cars in the parking lot, see if you see anything suspicious looking. You know, look for cars that got tinted out windows with people up in it. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for that, because a lot of things can happen due to mistaken identity. So you need to pay attention to that as well, you know, because somebody might be trying to do something to you thinking that you're somebody else. So you need to be scanning the parking lot before you hop out your car. You know, and as you hop out your car, you know, continue to pay attention, you know what I'm saying, and do what you need to do. Also, minding your own business. You need to, you know, minding your business is key. Staying out of things that don't have anything to do with you directly is very good for your health. You know, if you see something happening, act like you didn't see it happen and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? No need to cause extra problems. You know what I'm saying? Unnecessarily. So that's some of the things that you need to realize moving around in LA. You know, don't let the movies fool you. Or how great the city looks. You know, how beautiful it looks. Because it is a beautiful city, but it's also very grimy, you know, because it's all kinds of stuff going on. So, you know, you need to stay on alert, stay on your toes, Stay dangerous. Stay blessed.